before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muaz, and I will be your MC throughout the day. And again, thank you guys so much for being here, to take your time on a beautiful Sunday, to be right here with us and enjoy some good old PUBG games, to witness your friends, as well as perhaps your family, battling it out right here at Battle Arena. And as usual, I would like to say a bit when it comes to the sponsors. I would like to thank all of the sponsors for sponsoring this event. If you guys don't know, this event right here is organized by the Gig Events Asia, but also the sponsors. First off, a bit of a shout out to LAN, as well as Cellcom Game Hero, where you guys can check out their booth, which is right over there, right here at Battle Arena. And let's not forget Vistana Hotel for giving us, all the players, a very comfortable stay. Thank you so much to Vistana. You guys are awesome. But yeah, we are here because we want to witness all of our friends and families to enjoy a good old PUBG game. The prize pool is 40,000 ringgit. It's the post game, 40,000 ringgit. It is actually a lot, okay? And all our teams right now, the only thing that's on their mind is to win, to get the sweet top four, so that they can go to Bangkok for the JIB PUBG Southeast Asia Championship to win themselves 100,000 USD. Come on, guys. That is insane. All right, so, well, just so you guys know, a bit of a heads up to all of you guys out here. Yesterday, one team managed to get 2 winner chicken dinner, and who's that team? FFG, that is right. But unfortunately, when it comes to the top spot, when it comes to the point, King Fam is still at the top. But before we move on to the matches, right? Before we move on to the round 7 of today, I'm going to show you guys the journey of all the players when it comes to the terminal. stoked to be here. I'm so happy to be here. But also to all of you guys out there, if you guys are not here at Battle Arena, you guys can actually, especially kawan-kawan anda semua, bahasa Melayu pula sekejap boleh tell all of your friends if they cannot make it right here at Battle Arena, they can actually check Geek Events Asia because we're going to post out a live stream from 12 o'clock onwards all the way up till the end of this event, till the end of the tournament. So check out Geek Events Asia on Facebook. It's pretty awesome. It is free, and you guys might learn a thing or two when it comes to playing professionally. Okay, I had so much fun here seeing you guys. Have you guys had your breakfast yet? Dah makan Semua okey Tak ada lepas ni nampak tertidur kat tepi Nanti bang ambil kamera tidur Oh tu dah ready tu. Okay, so without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us not waste any more time. Let us begin the finale right here, round 7. Are you guys ready? Nah, I can't hear that. Are you guys ready? So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I'm going to pass down the mic to our favorite commentators right here. Let us go. Jay, Jin, what is up?
Hello Muads and welcome ladies and gentlemen to this PUBG Malaysia Singapore Championship 2018. Join with me, my co-caster is going to be Jin. My name is Jay here. So looking forward to getting underway with round number 7. Are you excited, Jin?
I'm stoked, Jay. I'm stoked. We are going to be looking at another 6 more rounds of high intense gameplay coming in from all these teams. We have 16 teams coming from Malaysia, 3 teams invited from Singapore and 1 team from Brunei. Going to see, yesterday we did see Geek Fam topping the leaderboards. At the end of the day, we're going to see if they will maintain their lead throughout the whole day as well.
Yeah, but I think it's super exciting as we've seen a number of different leaders at the top of the table as we've been going through the games yesterday. So really looking forward to seeing how these other teams are going to be shaping up. We've seen some teams have some monster games, but consistency has been a big factor here. I think no one team has been truly dominating here. Even in Geek Fam's case,
happen in PUBG, so we got just gonna be waiting to see what happens next.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there were some good plays coming out yesterday. I think the highlight for me is definitely going to be Paid taking down those number of kills for Genius team there and really contributing 10 kills just by himself in that round number 3.
Yeah, definitely one of the highlights that we've seen yesterday. Also, one of the highlights that I would like to just point out was Jang's. He did get a number of headshots coming in with his M24, but not going to be able to finish off the game. So Jang's, hopefully he is going to be sitting on stage right in front of you guys now on the left side of the stage. On the right side we do have Resurgence. Going to see if these 2 teams will actually make some great plays and basically hype up the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they are front and center guys. They are ready to take home as much as they can. Currently, they are the 1st and 3rd place teams respectively here. So before we get into this games, we're going to have a quick look at the standings to see how we are doing right now. And so you can see Geek Fam currently at the top of the table, but only with a 45-point lead with 1,950 points, followed closely by FFG Elite, 1,905 points, and they were the only team to get 2 chicken dinners yesterday in those games there, winning out in both rounds 2 and 4 there. So showing that they're able to hack it on both of the maps there, as we did see inconsistency from some of the teams there when they moved from map to map, but I guess that's to be expected.
Yep, definitely. I'm going to see all the way at the bottom now, Hornet Gaming. We did see Hornet Gaming pull out a few great plays coming in after yesterday. Lapar East was one of the home crowd favorites as well. Going to see if they will be able to secure at least a chicken dinner coming in today. And we are going to be jumping straight into the first game of today. Round 7 of 12 rounds. Like I said, this is going to be the first game of the 6 games we'll be seeing throughout the whole day. And it is going to be in Erangel. Looking at the plane, it is going to be coming from the northwest side of that map, all the way down southeast. Somewhere, I would say it's bisecting the map again, very evenly half. I'm going to see all the teams going back to their comfortable drop points to start looting up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were talking about it yesterday where the teams are going to probably go within their comfort zone for the time being, make sure that they can get those consistent results. But we could expect to see some of these teams try to do things a little bit differently from day one after they are able to feel out the competition, understand the meta within this tournament as well, just to try to get that feel. But Quacker already looks like they are doing a very consistent approach here. They are going very much to the same spot over there, and looks like Season going also dropping pretty late here. And quite a decent spread here. I think Gatka may be a little crowded here. We do have a couple teams going there, while Pachinki also looks a little bit crowded themselves.
Yeah, and FFG going back to their signature Miltar drop as well as, and the circle has been updated, so it is going to be a west circle, going to be covering over Georgiopol as well as a little bit of Gatka. We're going to see teams dropping down on Sosnovka Island as well as Miltar. They will have to rotate in early on. We did talk about this time and time again where teams, there are two types of teams that actually move into the circle early on the stage, teams that actually come in following the blue circle. Yeah. So it's going to be very differently, depends on which team and how they actually spread out their place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think on Erangel we didn't see a circle like this. I think it was a bit further south where we did cover the quarry area for 2 different games, and we did actually have a quarry finish, which was going to really put these teams to the test in terms of their rotation and trying to be able to find that kind of space to maneuver just a little bit. But looking at this circle that we do have here, as Jin was mentioning, there's going to be a lot of teams that do want to try and go to the center of the circle. Now, looking at this particular one, it is actually going to be prime real estate to get those few compounds that are right in the center, because there's just not a lot of them available to the rest of these teams.
Yep, yesterday in the first game we did see a quarry finish. Hopefully we're going to see a mountain finish. We've been waiting for that since yesterday.
Yeah.
And the circle looks like it's going to be there. Hopefully we might just see that happening. Once again, if you guys are tuning back at home, we are live on Facebook. Gig Events is where you guys want to be. On Twitch, it's going to be twitch.tv/Gig Events. Do clip out moments that you guys are finding interesting. Share it on our page as well. Comment below, like and share the stream, guys. We are going to be giving out some keys for you guys. Once we reach that tier, like we always do yesterday, you reach a certain number of viewers, we're going to give out keys to you guys.
Yeah, let's not forget, guys, those who do come down to Battle Arena will be getting some nice juicy keys as well. And I can give you the hint that they are a little bit better than what you would be able to get online. But keys are keys regardless there, and they're all going to be goodies to spice up your character.
Alright, now we are going to be looking at Jokers. He is coming in from Genius team. He's going to be looting on the side of the shelter. What are your thoughts on the shelter, Jay? I think they did patch up a little bit on the shelter, the loot spawns. I still remember back in the days when I was just starting to play PUBG, the shelter was one of the hot drops coming from all the players. But right now, it's not looking like a favorable place to actually loot in.
Yeah, I think Shelter is one of those places which is a little bit hit and miss. You go there if you want to have a little bit of an unexpected play there, because it's so easy to run into a player there who's just hiding there, and maybe the loot is not as good as it used to be. So whether it's worth it or not is another thing. But we usually do see players actually going there, say if it actually falls within the circle, and they're just trying to stay a little bit on the passive side and really go for those placement points. But currently here in the military base, it is quite sparsely populated. There's only going to be Quacker here biding their time. They do have S2 Warrior as well in the near vicinity, but currently they do have that breadth of space there. And Quacker, I think, has been working out well for them. They are looking pretty good in terms of the overall standings. They are sitting in 4th place at the moment here, and currently going to be on their way to Thailand. Now, guys, top 4 finishers for this event here will be moving on to Thailand for Southeast Asia Finals. So that's going to be an epic thing, and there's going to be 100,000 USD in terms of prize pool money just for that.
That is a lot of money. That's a lot of ringgit, especially for these teams coming in today. And one of the top contenders coming in after yesterday, I'll just name a few. We're going to be looking at GigFam, FFG, GoVenture, MBTA, and BAT. I believe there's Quacker there as well. Some of the teams that more the underdog teams there, which we do see much more gaming, Strive Gaming being the only team coming in from Brunei, is going to be challenging them for the top spots as well. So we did talk about the point discrepancy after yesterday. Most of the teams sitting on top of the leaderboards are very close to each other. We don't see any team pulling away as much, although FFG does have that 2 chicken dinners in their bag. They are not going to be finishing much consistently yesterday towards the end of the day, so going to be allowing GigFam to chase up.
Yeah, absolutely. So GeekFam did get 2 second places there on the first 2 rounds of Miramar, so that really put them in contention there after having a slow start. And talking about slow starts, we do have Minimum Kopi JIB and GoVenture having strong ends to the previous day. I think GoVenture did get 13 kills in that round number 6 there, so that was a really good performance from them. But they did have to contend with Minimum Kopi JIB right at the end there, which it was always going to be a difficult situation.
Yeah, and of course, we did talk about some of the teams that we expected them to perform yesterday, but not as much as what they did. For example, GoVenture, we do know that GoVenture is very aggressive. They can play very aggressively. BMW, one of the teams coming from Singapore as well. They did kind of show up a little bit late after yesterday's game, where they sort of performed towards the end of the day, but nevertheless, we still have 6 more games today. We're going to see if BMW will be able to translate what they did towards the end of the day yesterday to today.
Yeah, that was really good to see them able to pick themselves up and get a good solid result here. And now here in game number 1 for today is going to be the Blue Zone starting to encroach here. So a lot of these teams are going to have to start thinking about making their own maneuvers, as the flight path did give teams a lot of opportunity to spread out, but of course that's going to make it a bit more tricky. And looks like S2 War here in a little bit of trouble. Looks like Aeon right on the bridge here, and he's continuing to shoot at the passing car there, but it looks like Dinosaur are going to keep on moving there, and Aeon's going to claim that first kill of the game, guys. And if you haven't noticed, we did manage to load in with all 80 players, so it's all looking good to start the day here. And again, we do like to apologize a little bit for the delays that we experienced yesterday with the technical difficulties, but we are looking good here for the time being, and touch wood, it's going to stay the same.
Definitely touch wood, touch metal, as we do see Aeon here is going to be still holding on to the bridge side here. He has the idea for now, but he will have to move away back to his team pretty soon. Once again, they are sitting on the stage right now. If you guys are in the audience, they are on your right side in the pod, and it could be a little bit frightening to actually be playing on the stage. So stage price, we did talk about yesterday, where we did have GoVenture sitting in the stage. I did talk to them, they said it should be fine, they are relaxed kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, they did say that the stage fight got to them. We're going to see if GeekFam and Resurgence will be able to do the same thing.
Yeah, especially since they are in the position that they are in the standings in 1st and 3rd place respectively. That's going to really be a little bit of a pressure situation there. But I guess there are no strangers to playing at LAN events here. So let's see whether or not that experience is going to come through. But again, no matter how much experience, on the day, you could always be thrown off your game just a little bit. And for those who are not familiar, between day 1 and day 2, there are going to be separate seating arrangements for all the teams here based on the draw that we saw during the press conference on Friday.
And now K-Bike is going to be having the suppress, meaning with the 4-time scope, he is going to be able to scope out Bad. And Bad also another team that we've talked about coming in to this tournament, formerly known as the MSK Zeus team, one of the strongest team in Malaysia. Going to see if they will be able to get a top 4 finish as MKJ, the MBT MKJ, Minimum Kopi JIB, also one of the teams that it basically comprises of individuals that came from FPS competitive game. So they did very well coming in for the qualifiers as well, and the past tournaments. Yep. They are one of the strongest teams in Malaysia as well.
Oh, definitely. And they had a slow start as well to their qualifiers, but they really did manage to finish out on top right at the end there, claiming 2 chicken dinners along the way. And that was despite FFG Elite also being in that bracket and getting 4 chicken dinners in that one. But they did manage to pull through in the end there. And in terms of Team Bad, I mean, we talked about them yesterday in the sense that they weren't able to keep up 4 of their players alive until the very later stages. But looking at how things are going here, they're very cohesive. They are playing very much together here. And they just have to be a bit mindful on their rotations, because I feel that's where they're getting caught out just a little bit here and there. And do mind that they are in 5th place at the moment here, and just only going to be about 300 points off the pace, which is more than surmountable if they start putting in some good solid performances, looking for them to get their first chicken dinner.
Yeah, looking at where MBT is positioned right now, they do have the mountains for the taking. Good real estate for them to play around with as well. They are going to be able to cover the north side and the south side from the teams coming in from Georgia Pole, as well as Gatka rotating around. For now, it's still okay, but if the circle actually goes away from them, they are going to be in a bit of a situation where they will have to come down from the hills. Going to be leaving them in an open field, so gotta be careful, especially when they have Bad right around the corner as well.
Yeah, I do like that spot for teams to go there. It does give a lot of vision on the surrounding areas, and the name of the game of trying to survive into the later stages, especially when you have to make some rapid rotations like how we're going to be seeing in just over a minute here. The teams around them will all be spotted and mapped out by Minangkabau JIB, so they will be able to tell what is going to be the best route there to try and get inside the zone. So a lot of the time that we see a lot of these rotations coming out from teams, maybe they're going a little bit too close to other teams, which maybe they could have scouted a little bit earlier or gathered some information. If you don't have the information, that's when you need to start planning for maybe a more drastic rotation around the side of the circle.
Now we do see early on the map FFG Elite already making the rotations coming in from the west side of the circle. Now Irene being shot down here, some shots, a lot of shots going to be shot at him coming in from Gaventure. They might just be able to get a clip on him, but he is dropping very low right now. He is going to be ditching the bike pretty soon, I believe, trying to just heal up a little bit as the blue zone once again will be coming in. 30 seconds to the next play zone updates. You're going to see how the circle actually forces the player to make their next move. The decision is going to be all on here. Sly DD with the M24 with the 6 pack. Going to be trying to poke some shots all the way across the other side. At least a good 4 to 500 meters there. Gonna see if we are going to be able to see some long range shots as well.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier on, we did see some good AWM shots coming out from Jangs in day number 1, guys. So really looking forward to seeing the top skills that we have here from all these teams. And now looks like other teams are in rotation. The circle has shifted a little bit south here, and looks like GeekFam has managed to diversify their risk by getting 4 different vehicles here and currently on the move. But looks like they are starting to get out of their vehicles for the time being. They don't have a real compound here at the moment, and they do have Hornet Gaming a little bit close to them, as well as Extens Gaming. So Extens Gaming would have seen that rotation coming out here, so they're just going to be mindful. But at this current point in time, there's still a lot of space here. They're currently spread out, but they are starting to put pressure onto Hornet Gaming. Currently, they're all holed up inside that one building, and Kenny just trying to see whether or not he can get any lucky shots.
Yep, Kenny G with the 2-time scope on his weapon there. They are going to be sort of flanked around here by Extens Gaming. They've got to be careful as well. So GeekFam Modi just scouting out where is the next compound that they can possibly take. But he is going to be running straight into S2 June if he's not careful enough. BMW going to be driving past by Junk, might just take some shots against BMW. Going to try to move away, but Modi gets down S2 June as Shining Star will be driving away. Should be fine as S2 June will be dropped out of this game.
Well, that's going to be a little bit unfortunate, losing their player in such a manner, and looks as though roadkill on top of that, so a little bit of a
roadkill there coming from Jangs.
Yeah, so well, I mean, it's all welcome. It's all PUBG at the end of the day here, and you do want to try and save those bullets here, making sure that you have the utility, you have all enough ammunition and meds. Oh, it looks like EG able to come out with it. They eliminate Hornet Gaming, so it looks as though that is going to be a bad start for them here in game number 7. So looks like we're having other rotations going through here. Everyone trying to find a good pocket of space. Season already taking up this compound with the 2 players they have. I think they just lost one of their players as well in rotation.
Yeah, and FFG as well. They did go up against Hornet Gaming, but Extens Gaming was there to actually wipe them out. And that is the end for Hornet Gaming, the first team to be eliminated in round number 7 of 12. As well, we do see a team here coming from GT, just trying to make his way up to the mountain. But little does he know, MBT is already waiting up there, so he is going to be moving back away from the hills, trying to look for another compound to take.
Yeah, you don't want anything to do with that Himalayan mountains right there. Everyone is going to stay clear of it. Right now, Minangkabau JIB still sitting pretty over there. Not sure whether or not they have any of those vehicles to make a hasty rotation if necessary. But currently, they're still sitting quite central inside the circle. And it looks like they have a nice spread here, going to be able to get a lot of vision. And they're continuing to joust a little bit with Team Bad at the moment, who are still in that same compound a little bit north of their position.
I like this circle, you know why? Because I want to see that Ruins finish somewhere south or a little bit on the southeast side of Ruins, where we do have a lot of natural terrain to play around with, and that is going to be testing out the skills coming from all these players. How would they actually rotate around? Because vehicle in that area, it kind of it's kind of difficult to actually drive throughout the area, but using the vehicle for the barricades, we did talk about this yesterday towards the end of the circle. We did not see much yet from yesterday's game. Hopefully we get to see some plays coming in for today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, of course, the ruin section definitely will make for a nice finish. But the thing that teams have to be careful about is that there's a lot of high ground towards the western side of the ruins there. So if they do want to try and take shelter there, it will be a bit of a tricky proposition. They do need to watch their backs very carefully while they try and maneuver around. But usually we'll probably see if it does finish around there, mostly you'll get those teams which are under strength that probably will be trying to go there and see what they can do. But now looks like Infinity Gaming trying to put some fire onto Genius Team at the moment, as Yusui here trying to just rotate a little bit more to get to the rest of his squad, and it should be okay for the time being over here.
Yep, 20 seconds still, under 20 seconds still, Phase 3 appears on the map, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we are waiting for Phase 4 and Phase 5. That is going to be the determining factor of every game in PUBG to see where. So basically when it comes to Phase 4, Phase 5, you sort of know how the circle is going to be shifting to. That's when teams will actually crash into compounds, trying to take on fights just to secure good positioning for the upcoming circles as well to be playing in their favor.
Yep, absolutely. And now Phase 3 of the circle has revealed itself, and looks like we're going to have Strive Gaming, who needs to make their rotation. Gaventure also north of their position, probably going to have to make their moves soon as well. And it looks like a little bit of a fender bender here. Modi actually flips the car, but
calculated.
I think he
calculated.
really didn't think that it was really going to work out, but that was all part of the plan at the end of the day. And we see that GeekFam starting to go inside the river here. They're going to go for a little bit of a swim after the circle has shifted south a little bit, and really not going to make it easy as the Silver Wolves right here, and they're going to probably prevent this D-Day beachhead landing right now. And looks like they have a decent spread over here, and they do see the swimmers currently in the water. Oh, but Jang's going to have something to say about that. He's on fire still with that sniper rifle, and looks like Haikoxi going down there. It looks like SlyDD going to have to shape up a little bit, and now it's a bit narrow with Pasha and Malunok. They might not be able to stop Jangs, who is starting to advance a little bit further here as Savior and KNY got here, moving up on the rear, and looks like Malunok all by himself. Jang starting to push inside the compound here. Can he do it at close range as well? And he takes down Malunok there. So that's a nice pickup. Looks like Jang's really able to deliver so far today here.
Yeah, Jang just clutching against once again the captain, the IGL of the team. Gonna be pushing GeekFam to a very good start coming today. So the rest of I believe that is Silver Wolves?
Silver Wolves.
So Silver Wolves gonna be losing out Malunok early on in this game. So only 17 minutes left. 17 minutes elapsed into the game. 19 teams left, 68 alive. So loot's gonna be shared throughout GeekFam. They are in a good position right now. Of course, they are near Ruins now. Ruins is gonna be taken out here by Bad as well as BMW. Voiler's gonna be careful as the rest of Bad is gonna be around here as the rest of BMW comes in as well. As KNG now just trying to poke some shots over to Pasha, just camping in the church for now.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a tricky situation for Silver Wolves at the moment. They did have 4 players all split out there, and once one of them went down, that's effectively going to wipe out half of your firepower. They have to run all the way over there and help, and that's why they were a little bit separated there, and GeekFam able to push into the compound, which Malunok was trying to hold all by himself there. So a little bit unfortunate for them. They're down to 3 players, but it looks like they're shooting at Acoustic and the rest of Extense Gaming here, and they're taking a lot of fire from others. It looks like Gaventure also getting in on some of the action. Chillrex going to take down M Burger, and now looks like SlyDD takes a hit himself. So Silver was against the ropes here a little bit here in round number 7. But now looks like Team Bad here going to try and take this high ground advantage here at the Ruin side, and looks like they're putting pressure onto the 2 team members here from BMW.
They should be fine. Voiler just taking some cover under that rock behind the wall. So Bad will not be able to spot him out yet, as Kane will be proning inside of Ruins as well. Now the circle is going to be closing in again in about 30 seconds. We are going to see where the circle is going to be shifting. How is it going to be forcing players to rotate once again? Silver was just holding the grounds on the top side of Ruins. I believe that's the church area. A pretty decent area. I would like to see some long range snipes and some good headshots coming from this team as well. As Ross XD will be bleeding out, as they will be going out. MBT now going up against Gaventure. Some smoke grenades going to be popped out earlier on. Going to try to get the revive onto Ross XD.
Yeah, Rose D here getting knocked down there. I think that's the first knockdown for Minokopi Jop there. After they are getting pushed here by Gaventure. Gaventure starting to say, hey, I like that Mount Everest that you got there, and it's going to be difficult as it does give you a lot of good vision around the surrounding areas, but to see any advancing teams is going to be an absolute nightmare. There's already 4 teams there on the mountain, and looks like they're all going to come through Minokopi Jop, so they're going to be in a little bit of trouble if they can't get out of the situation.
Jay, look at the east side of the circle right now. Resurgence is moving their way in, but Bad moving towards that direction. So they will take some shots onto Aeon now. Aeon dropping, taking a lot of shots coming from Bad. We might be able to catch the action really soon, as Ascris will take down Aeon first, and Aeon should be eliminated now. Fight's going to be breaking out between Resurgence as well as Bad.
Yeah, so now they are both going at it together here, but it looks like here that Strive starting to advance onto Lapar, or Lapar just trying to get in a little bit here, but on the eastern side it is very congested at the moment, as we do see that the Bad and Resurgence here are starting to go at it, but Lulu looks like Savior going down to SlyDD there, and we got some of those long-range headshots that you wanted here, but looks like Bad taking first blood here. Aeon, the furthest player forward as the scout for Resurgence, going down, but Lapar taking a lot of of fire here coming out from Strive Gaming, but they do need to move just a little bit to get inside the circle, so they can afford to spend this time to put a little bit more pressure here.
Balala with the SKS and 4 times, they will be taking the west side of the hills. Now we do see MBT already retreating from the high hills, going down towards the compound. Junks, another headshot coming up from Junks. So Junks is still on point after yesterday's streak of headshots. He is going to be showing us amazing control with the snipers once again for his team, as now Lapar is going to be running straight into the face of Gaventure, as Gaventure will lose Alpham. Now Dajax will come in, some nades going to be popped out. The nade might be good onto Alpham and might just connect. It will connect, but not enough to finish Alpham off, but Alpham is going to be bleeding out, and Chirex is going to be there as well. Jarino just camping for them right now. He does know where Master Seth is, so Master Seth, they don't want to just force it as of yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Jarino here going to hold any potential advancement there. If Lapard moves across that, that's going to be a bit of a problem there. But now looking at how things are developing around the Ruin side, we have that MMG has moved in as one of the later parties here, and they do have BMW still holding their position at the moment. Bad has withdrawn towards the southern side just a little bit here. Resurgence looks as though after taking that loss, they have also managed to move a little bit further away from that imposing threat there. But now it looks like Bad here also mindful of those players there coming in from the Ruin side. They're going to be able to hear all that fire that's currently going on here. But Silver Wolves also caught in the mix of this here, and they've been taking shots from all sides there. But some other teams here have managed to get inside the circle, but looks like Lapar here going to try and see whether or not they can catch out any of the heads there popping up from Gaventure. They're trying to get a pick here and see when they can push.
Now Jarino still holding his position, going to be trying rotating around, going to try to go for the flank, but on the top there, Strive Gaming will be very nearby towards Lapar. If Lapar is going to be grouping up just like this, it might just spell disaster for them. Meanwhile on the kill feed, as Resurgers do lose Kasaki as well as Lokis will take down Sly DD. Now it is a battle between GeekFam, as ONE will be going up against them, as the rest of GeekFam is going to be trying to scramble for safety. Kenny G is going to be dropping down very low. Now Janks and Saber just pushing forward as well. They might just be able to spot WTV just in a minute.
Oh, but it looks as though that Janks and Xavier are starting to push up the hill here. They're trying to get the flank shots onto Dukong, but there's Doyu TV right there in front of them, so they have to be a little bit mindful of that threat. Doyu taking a lot of cover there from the smoke and the vehicle. Currently, Kenny is managed to be rezzed by Modi, but Kenny is straight away going to get knocked down by the blue zone, but Xavier going all the way to Dukong, right past Doyu. So Dukong now knocking down Modi, and looks like it's going to get a little bit crazy here, and it looks as though Xavier and Janks going to be able to pull out for Geek Fam there after they finish them off, but I'm not sure that they can save Modi there, so they're probably going to have to be playing with 2 players. But now it looks like Lapar are starting to go and get their detractors here, who are poking them in the back there for quite a long time. 3 of the players already down here for Strive Gaming, only Balala left all the way in the rear here while they're pushing up and claiming these kills.
Now Balala is going to be running away back to safety. Meanwhile, Resurgence does get eliminated early on, number 16. Now Balala is going to be losing out 3 of his members there. Not too sure what is his next play. He can go towards the downside of the hill, but on the bottom side we do have MBT. Now Nate's going to be just thrown out here by Zenith to just secure a kill onto Strive Gaming, as well as a molly going to be thrown here. So Nalapar, they will get Dajax up for the revive, as they will start to plan their way down from that hill, but they do have MBT once again, and FFG is going to be very close by. Balala does gets eliminated by Snazu here.
Yeah, so that's the danger here. After trying to move down from the hill, Minokopi Drop saw the danger there. After so many teams that they've moved down here, they're going to gatekeep a lot of these teams here from trying to get into the circle. Currently, it's not too far away, but just the kind of terrain that you have there is going to be completely out in the open. But it looks like Minokopi Drop going to have their attention divided just a little bit. There is Gaventure over towards their eastern side at the moment. But now looks like Bad on the move here. Esco Rex starting to move ahead here, but he's going to run straight into S2 Warrior here if he's not careful. But it looks as though they're holding the fire for the time being, but now they're unleashing, and he gets knocked down by Dinosaur there. So it looks like 1 man down there for Team Bad. The rest of the players will know what's happening, but they're going to push in the middle of these 2 teams. I'm not sure about this. Infinity Gaming is going to have some nice shots there if they're able to use that high ground advantage in the building.
Definitely, and now Bad is going to be dealing out with 2 enemies here, 2 teams, Infinity Gaming as well as S2. Like you said, now Lokis will get a shot onto Meow Eerie with the headshot, and Rinzera just going to be finishing off the kill there. Now Lapar is moving, going to be taking some fight there. Xavier drops down, not looking too good for Geekfan right now. They do lose Xavier, they only have Junks left in this game. Now MBT going to be falling down, as well as Gaventure coming in from the backside there, as Darkas and Ross XD is going to be scrambling for help.
Yeah, and they have to face against the Lapar Esports guys as well. They managed to come down the hill here, but they lost 2 guys in the process, and now they have a number of angles to actually worry about here. But it looks like Genius Team also going to be further south there, which will be able to spot out what's happening here. And looks like Xavier going to be expiring here, and Jang's truly on his own right now. But it looks like Team Bad here trying to minimize the amount of opposition in this area here. They're trying to spray through the smoke here, but Loki's not able to catch any of the Infinity Gaming guys. But looks like Melowan going to take down Badman right there. And now looks like Katamabuk here caught out in the open, and then Loki's is actually going to take him down. But looks like in all the fracas there, we have a couple of teams being eliminated there. Lapar facing another 2 kills or getting 2 losses there, and they get eliminated there, as we also saw much more gaming expiring. And now Minam Kopijap in a little bit of trouble here. They only have Darkas left.
Yep, and of course, Bad also gets eliminated in the exchange of firearms. S2 now, Dinosaur being the only one left alive, going to be trying to take down the whole of Infinity Gaming. 3 of Infinity Gaming members are down, only Melo 1 left alive, but the blue zone is closing in right now. 45 seconds till the next zone updates, and Dinosaur is just going to try to pick around the corners. He is only working with a single rock there, as Aplux should be okay, as 6 is going to be trying to revive him in that bush. So still okay for now. They do have the airdrop on the backside of them. I'm not too sure if they actually got the airdrop, but the airdrop is going to be giving them a lot of advantage, especially with the level 3 armors.
Absolutely, you do want that to protect against those one-shot headshots there, but looks like Infinity Gaming going to go down here, and that's going to be it for them, going out in 10th position here. But now looks like Quacker does have their 2 players back up here. Remind you, they are in 4th position at the moment, and they're getting some solid points here just by staying alive towards the end. And we did see that a number of teams already dropping out there, going to drop some points here. But GeekFam, our current leaders here, going to have Jang still holding it out. I don't think Gaventure knows that he is currently here. He's going to be as stealthy as possible. Chilrex out in the open here. He might get caught out if he's not careful, but I think they know about Janks right now. But he's taking a lot of damage from the blue, and looks like Chilrex going to finish off GeekFam there. And that's them out in 8th position. Season also going out in just a little bit earlier than that. But now looks like Rose D and Darkus going to be up here for Minakopi Jump, but they're out in the open. And now looks like Chilrex trying to put some pressure on. He gets knocked down by Rose D here, but NJRX going to be able to get the trade there. Now it's going to be 1 player left up for each of these teams. And now we see NJRX just trying to sprint down as fast as he can to try and get a good position inside the circle.
Yeah, he doesn't want Dinosaur to be spotting him, as well as Gaventure. Now MBT is coming in from the right side there. They do lose out Ross XD in the exchange once again for Darkas, so he's going to be trying to secure some kill points. There's 6 kills now for Gaventure. This is the aggressive Gaventure that we are waiting for since yesterday, and now looking to be more consistent in their gameplay. Gaventure is trying to make their way into the leaderboards, and Darka is gonna be just proning out here with the level 1 helmet. So gotta be careful not to just pick around the corners. We are gonna be seeing that headshots coming in from that level 1 helmet. So Darka's trying to keep the dream alive for MBT. Now FFG is still alive and strong, Papa Zayed and Adul, but they will be running into Genius Team in a bit, as they are going to be holding up to this compound. Not too sure if Papa Zayed has a clue that Jokers and Nazi is inside this house.
I think this is the only compound, these set of buildings that are controlled by Genius Team right now that's going to be inside the zone. So this is prime real estate here, but that's a nice little bit of a cover there that FFG Elite currently have. Now they have maintained their 50% squad strength here, so they do have a good chance here. But Genius Team, I think they're the team with the highest number of players with 3, and there's quite a number of solo players that you see here. But the 2 S2 Warrior guys are very spread out here, probably hedging their bets here, going to try and stay alive as long as possible, as now the circle going to shift out in the open here, and everyone's going to have to move. So looks like FFG Elite probably has the toughest time here. They're going to have to push right through Genius Team.
They have to push right through Genius Team, but I'm pretty sure Papa Zai actually has an idea that Genius Team is going to be inside, so they can play it out a little bit. Wait till Genius Team actually moves, and they will be able to come in from the flank and try to wipe out the whole of Genius Team, and then use the houses, use the terrains, use the covers to actually move their way into the next circle, into the edge. But they do have Darkras to deal with as well on the north side. Now shots going to be popped out here by FFG, so GT will hear that shots coming in from FFG. The FFG has to play this a little bit more smart. Going to be starting to start utilizing the resources as well.
Yeah, exactly, and I think they were in a very stealthy stealthy position. I don't think that GT knew too much about them in that instance there. So now they've given their position away, and they're going to be aware of the potential threat from them moving in. But it looks as though that Dinosaur going to move in first here for S2 Warrior, while the other player there is going to be knocked down. So it's going to be a few solo squads here that's still going to have to try and make do towards the end here. But it looks like GT just trying to get a little bit more vision onto those two players from FFG Elite, but they might hold their rotation here. Just wait until the blue zone is going to start pushing in FFG Elite. But looks like Abdul recognizes the potential threat here. He's going to move together with Papa Zayed here all the way to the southern side. But they might run into the Team Quacker players here as Upluk's starting to open up onto them. And looks like Legendary 6 going to also take some pot shots. They're taking a bit of damage here, but they managed to rotate all the way around the side there.
Survive. So this is a good demonstration of using the vehicles as cover. They are going to be moving to the edge of the next circle, going to be using that vehicle as a cover for Abdul and Papa Zayed. Now they are away from GT. GT is going to be having to move in, but they will have to deal with Team Quacker, which is already gatekeeping them as well. Now team number 2, that is going to be, I'm not too sure which team is that, the green team. That is going to be Hornet Gaming. Stadium Fighters? Yeah,
Stadium Fighter YOLO, in fact, and looks as though that he's still alive there on the edge of the circle, but he has less opposition as Uplux just gets taken down there by the blue zone, in fact. So now this Team Quacker with only one player left, but looks like Darkus also getting caught out in the blue zone there. So a little bit unfortunate for these couple teams facing their losses like that. We have 5 teams still remaining, but only 8 alive here. And currently Genius Team looking the strongest with the 3 players that are currently up there in the southwestern side of the circle. And now our final circle going to reveal itself, and it's another nasty shift.
Look at how open the field is for all these players. Now this is when you want to start using your smoke grenades, like I mentioned. Some nades going to be helpful as well. Now 6 is going to be looking at where FFG is. FFG is going to be careful. They might not just be able to see 6 yet, but they are still trying to move in slowly. They are in a pretty good position right now. GT, the team with 3 members now. Uso, you're going to be falling down, bleeding out, as the circle will be closing in a while as well. So Quacker, only 1 member left alive. 4 teams left, 7 alive against I believe there's only the strongest team now is GT. Yeah,
it looks like GT. They did have one of their players, Usuri, getting knocked down by the blue zone, but I think they should be able to get in, no problem there. But I think we've seen the FFG Elite able to clutch out in these kinds of situations as well. But it is a tricky situation. They have Dinosaur to the north for S2 Warrior and Quacker with Legendary 6 in the south. So they do have to be mindful. I think Legendary 6 has been quite stealthy so far, so that could be a little bit of a spanner in the works. But now that gives the time for GT to get up their 3rd player there, and now they're looking to control it further as they pursue their second chicken dinner. Woo.
6 going to be using the vehicle to get into the next vehicle, but he is going to be trying next to GT, as 6 will fall from Jokers. Now 3 teams left, 6 alive. The thing is, FG, they are going to be finishing in 2nd place after yesterday. This is going to be giving them so much points to maintain it, and even maybe just overtaking GeekFam from the leaderboards.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at how things are going here, we do see that GT just trying to crawl inside the zone at the moment. Everyone is a little bit prone here. They do not have a lot of cover available to them. FFG Elite having moved away from the cover of the vehicle, but they are starting to go over the crest of the hill here.
Dinosaur might just be able to spot out Abdul's shadow in the grass there, the foliage. Let's see his shot now. Going to be taken out, but Abdul will fall. Now the rest of Papa Zayed will come and respond, and Dinosaur will be taken out. Now they will hear him, but Papa Zayed will clutch 1 more kill. And this is 1 against 3. I believe this is 1 against 3 right now. Nazi will be... Oh, sorry, it's going to be 1 against 2. Nazi and Joker's only 1 surviving right now. And Joker's will be falling right now. He does follow Papa Zayed, and we will get the final kill onto Papa Zayed's Jokers. Genius Team will take the win for game number 1.
Yeah, able to spot out Papa Zayed there, crawling in the grass there, and he was able to finish it with that 2-player advantage over there. But they did have the opportunity to get their other player up, but GT able to bring their 2nd chicken dinner of this event here. So it looks like they're getting back to winning ways here after taking that monster game on the last game of Arago just yesterday here. So awesome play coming out from them. FFG tried to make do with the situation. They did manage to eliminate eliminate that last player from S2 Warrior and able to come out with it at least into second position. So that's going to be some nice consistent points onto the board.
Definitely, and the crowd is building here in Battle Arena. If you guys are around the area, come down over to Battle Arena. We have so much giveaways to be done, a lot of goodies to be won as well. We're going to see 5 more games after this, 2 more Ergal and 3 more Miramar map. Geek Fam just a little bit falling short, just a little bit there, going to try to secure their top of the leaderboard spots once again. But FFG coming second place, going to be giving them so much points as to making their way to top 3 as well. And GT, yesterday we did see GT paid, clutching the kill now. So GT looking very good in this situation, coming far after game number 1 of today.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice start to the day for them. Hopefully they can continue this momentum that they got going for them, guys. So before we take a break, just a big thanks again to our sponsors and partners here for these PUBG Malaysia Singapore Championship 2018. Namely, it's going to be Cause and Effect, K&K Revolution, Cellcom, Gang, Brew Games, Lot 10, the venue for Geek Arena. That we have Vistana as the official players hotel, giving everyone nice accommodation. There's going to be Battle Arena, which is hosting this awesome event here. And of course, this is all going to be backed by PUBG Corporation, and we're all organized by Geek Events as well.
Definitely, so we are going to be coming back after the short break for game number 2, guys. So stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.